No more.
Nothing.
I think the key thing is.
Something like that. I had sitting on my phone earlier, so we just went quickly.
We are live, apparently. We're live. Okay, let's stop talking about all the slanderous things that we were talking about before we went live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the In Pit Lane pre-show on the In Pit Lane YouTube channel and the In Pit Lane Facebook page. Well, our guests this week will be from the Australian Grand Prix, Andrew Westacott and David Corrigan. If you'd like to ask some question of our guest tonight, and you're watching, you can watch later on in the week, 9 o'clock on Thursday night on the In Pit Lane YouTube channel for the extended version of In Pit Lane, and we'll ask a few of your questions as well. So if you're one of the regulars from Full Course Yellow, which we have every week, just if you've got a question or two, throw it in there, and we'll do our best to ask the guys a little bit later on in the program.
Don't ask who dressed us though. No.
I was going to say, and for God's sake, don't get Andrew started talking about chorizos, because it's only a 25-minute show, people.
No, we are going to nail that chorizo subject. It is as popular as ever. It's only a couple of weeks old, but it's growing momentum, and it's already started international incident. So it has. I'm going to inflate it just a little bit.
Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for coming in. We'll give you the official welcome a little bit later on in the program. But just quickly, you were saying that a lot of the stuff, a lot of the official stuff, the homologation of the circuit and all the rest, that's all sort of signed off on at the moment. And you're sort of in terms of the schedule, where are you right now?
Well, I'll tell you what, Brett. When we're going live on Thursday, that's 4 weeks until the cars are on the track, and then the following day, unlike 2020. They're going to be Formula 1 on the track and then qualifying Formula 2, Formula 3. It'll all happen. So where things at the moment, 45,000 seats. Last count, there were probably up to about 30,000 of them already built. The 10.6 kilometres worth of track barriers, they're probably halfway through at the moment. So it's becoming less of an Albert Park and more of a Grand Prix circuit.
It is on everyone's lips right now, the tip of the tongue, but to fit those Formula 2s and Formula 3, everyone's excited because not only just do we get some Australian talent, we're going to get every category thereabouts from about. So how have you been able to engineer that into the whole scenario, David?
Dave's a magician because not only do we have to make space for the drivers, but it's an unbelievably impressive exercise.
How's the juggling act going?
It's a huge team effort. So as you know, Albert Park's huge. We build a small city on a park, but we need to fit in these crucial motorsport paddocks. So what we've done is created a motorsport hub in the infield. We'll still have Porsche in their location. We'll have the F1 paddock in their location, and then where the supercar transporters were, we've removed those. They're just out.
They've been kicked to the
curb. No, they're not far. No, they're about 100 metres away.
Oh no, they won't have the spa bath there.
That's right.
Okay. Exactly. Ice bars, no.
But what we've created is a motorsport hub of F2 and F3 paddock, and it's all going to be fan-facing. It's going to be spectacular. So on a GA ticket, you can walk around, you can see tin tops, open wheelers.
And the F2s and 3s that most people have never seen before, David.
And it's an interesting thing that David and the team have worked on, is because if you've gone to a Formula 1 event overseas, Formula 2 is really out in a back car park or in the far-flung reaches. At Silverstone, for instance, it's not down near the edge, it's down where the MotoGP garages are, and it's close to the public. One of the things that the guys have built on is what we do for supercars, Porsche Carrera Cup, S5000, historics and so on, is the paddocks are open to the people.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, I was so excited. I mean, we'll talk about this during the actual, proper show proper. But it was such a surprise to suddenly see that, like Formula 2 and Formula 3. So we're getting the whole box and dice now. I mean, we're not getting Porsche Super Cup as such, but we've got our own Carrera Cup, which is massively successful. They're oversubscribed. Plus the very popular local supercars, and there's still a bit of room that we are still going to have the historic displays as well, I believe.
We are, yes. So we'll have over 60 historic cars on display, and they will have an on-track demonstration every day, including Sunday.
And I would imagine that some of the Formula 1 cars that are coming out for Phillip Island this weekend, and also Adelaide, will be
the
out there.
Phillip Island event,
moseying up the road?
absolutely, yes, they will. We've got some amazing cars, not only from the 1953, which is obviously the 70th year of the first Albert Park Grand Prix, but just through the decades is some classic cars. So it's going to look spot on.
And some big names in there, Dave.
The Maybach, the Stan Jones, obviously clocked the fastest lap at the 1953 Grand Prix. That will be on track. Right. Austin Healey's, we'll have 20 Austin Healey's, part of the F1 Drivers Parade as well. They featured heavily in the 50s and 60s.
We probably won't have time coming up in the usual show, and I don't want you to get into the juicy stuff because no one should be privy to that, but it's massively competitive to get a Formula 1 Grand Prix. Sydney, I know it's been a hot topic the last couple of months. Sydney said they wanted it. Adelaide put their toe in the water as well, though, too. I know you've gone on the record, Andrew, and said there's 35 cities around the world that want it all the time, and we're one of 22, 23 countries that can have it, or 20 circuits. How hard is it to get one these days, or how is it to maintain at the level that you do?
Oh, it's massively hard, and it's and for a good reason, because you look at what sport does for big cities. Everyone's either bidding for a Commonwealth Games or Olympic Games or a FIFA World Cup, but they're only every 4 years, and they cost a lot of money. Formula 1 costs a lot of money, but it pales into insignificance compared to the big events like that. But the benefits are unbelievable, and Stefano Domenicali and the team at Formula 1 have probably got, as I said, 30 to 35 events that they could fit on the calendar. But we've got one until 2037, and it was coveted because it does great things for a town.
It's terrifying. When I heard that, 2037, I thought, hang on, how old will I'll be dead by 2037? So it was like, it's pretty scary at this stage.
You must be pretty proud as well too, David. Since 2009, you were getting an average of about a crowd of 300,000 over the 3-4 days, including a free Thursday if it was allowed. And, it was giving $100 million to the economy. It must have grown exponentially now, wouldn't it have? It must be massive.
Absolutely.
What it's giving to Victoria and Australia.
Absolutely, yeah. Look, the events industry in Victoria is huge. 419,000 across, 4 days last year was massive. Netflix was obviously a big thing, but obviously the Victorian market was.
We will
ready.
touch on the Drive to Survive phenomenon. I mean, it seems to be the thing that everybody's, particularly in America. I've got friends in America, and I love the way that they talk about there's this exciting new sport that you've never heard of. It's called Formula 1 motor racing, and Netflix invented this amazing sport, and you should go and see it.
Well, I was watching episode 5 today, and I heard Gunther Steiner say when he got points, and Kevin Maggott's obviously through. He says, "I'm going to huck everybody in the paddock right now." So it's pretty popular at the moment. Gunther's a pretty a controversial figure, but loved.
It'd be a bit harsh, though, to say that the success of our event is just because of Netflix. I mean, we're going from 419,000 last year to 440, 450,000 this year. They're only coming back because it's a great sport. Yes, Formula 1's doing great things, and it's on a growth curve and it's really got a sweet spot. But we've also got a lot to be proud of over the years at what we do in Albert Park. And we have a 4-day event. We're the only one that has a 4-day event. And when you're cramming a lot of motorsport action on track, you also have a huge amount of activity off track, which David and the team run. And there's a lot of music, and it's all homegrown talent. So a lot to like to come down to Albert Park.
Do you still squeeze it in 16 weeks?
That's it. We're going to wrap it up because we're going to do the real show now. So if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, just remember 9 o'clock next this Thursday night we'll have the return of In Pit Lane to Channel 31 and also to the In Pit Lane YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to that. Thank you for watching this introduction. Showed a bit of behind the scenes stuff. By the way, if you're wondering about the backdrop and thinking they're funny looking racing cars,
They're big Rolls Royces.
They are. I mean, but they are certainly fast. Doc was at the air show, and this is some of his this is his slideshow from the air show on the weekend. So that's our backdrop.
It is
for
up to
tonight.
date. It's going to say it was a great representation of
It
all the
was.
countries.
And that was another big local event here in Melbourne as well. Okay, guys, thanks for joining us on the Facebook page and YouTube, and we'll see you Thursday night, 9 o'clock on In Pit Lane. Until then, thanks for joining us. See you soon.